All right. That's less than convenient and not helping for timing. Not helping, not helping for timing at all. Anyway, let's try this again. Um, it works. It works. All right. That is that is a pretty frustrating experience. I'm pretty sure that that is Streamlabs thing, not OBS. I'm not using OBS. I'm pretty sure that is a Streamlabs or something with my computer issue. So anyway, if that continues, today I'm probably going to not be able to solve that in real time. So let's just hope it doesn't. Anyway, camera's working. Camera's working okay. Everything seems all right. Seems all right now. Um, that was 100% something happening with Streamlabs, and my computer just my whole computer crashed. It's the same thing that happened last time when one of the cameras dies. Oh, I didn't pull up any of my restore tabs. Perfect. Um, oh, Daisy's barking. What's Daisy up to? This music is terrible. Okay, that's better. Slightly better. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I think I'm live still here. I can't tell. Yeah, I think I'm live here. Am I live here? It says I am. Let's check. Yes. Okay. All right. I think that should work. Everything should be good now. Hopefully that means the food's okay too. All right, good. This is back then, I would say. All right. Cool. So my computer just crashed again, which is fantastic. That was facetious. It's not at all fantastic, but it happens. We're gonna not worry about it at this moment because I got dinner to make. Um, already got while I was restarting my computer and restarting everything, I popped those squash in the oven. So they're good. They're good to hang out there for a while. I'm going to get these leeks now into pan and caramelize those um, as much as possible. Widget, hello. How are you? Good afternoon. It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Are you doing well? Happy almost end of your Monday workday. My computer I'm just getting restarted. My computer just crashed, so I'm a little annoyed because it happened the same exact way before. Okay. Um, looking at these leaks, what I'm going to do is put these into a pan. Um, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I talked to somebody today. I was on the phone with somebody this afternoon, and they had two separate calls, and they like both while I was talking to them, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, I gotta take this. I gotta go. Like, let me give you a call back." They did call me back twice, and I was just like, "Oh, yeah." I feel like that's just what's happening at the moment. I'm going to cut these leeks like this, crossways, and then I'm going to toss them in the little Dutch oven pan with a bunch of oil. I'm thinking that if these don't caramelize in time, I'm not going to wait. Um, or if they don't like get satisfying in time, I'm not going to wait to make these stuffed shells. I'm going to caramelize more of these anyway than I'm going to use tonight. So if I don't get to use them, I'll have some caramelized leeks for later. That's my thought right now. And I'm going to rinse these off in a big bowl of water here, because these have a ton of like little dirt and stuff in them. So I just want to get that out before tossing these in the pot. So that's where I'm at today. I got started a little earlier today, and then I think with my computer going down, I'm like, what even time is it right now? 17:20. I'm still ahead. I'm still ahead. I started early, got a flat tire, but I got it fixed before too much time went by. So let me rinse these off in the sink real quick. These float, so I'm just going to float these up in a bowl, kind of give them a little shake around to let all the dirt sink down. Let that settle, and then scoop these out and just put them right in the pan. Um, these look good. They're very rainbow, not rainbow. They have a nice gradient to them. Gradient's the word I was looking for. Okay, let's just knock these off a little bit. See what kind of dirt we can get off. Okay, and then right back into a bowl and into the pan. These are the first week for leaks at the market this past weekend. So pretty excited about the return. Mainly because I haven't really got a lot of experience with leeks, and I'm kind of interested in like trying a couple different things with them. Um, I know that there's like onions. Um, I've cooked them sporadically before, but not with any like enthusiasm. I don't think I've ever really had a leek dish that's like popped and been like super compelling to try to recreate or even enjoy a second time. Um, I think I'm open to suggestion around leeks, I should say. All right. Um, we are definitely in fall swing at the moment, Widget. It's been a cold week. The past 2 weeks have been cold. I know that you're. I know that I'm not going to find any sympathy from you, but it's been raining here for 3 days straight, uh, which is nice but annoying. Obviously there's other weather, other terrible weather is happening elsewhere. Um, but I guess all that is to say the weather has been cold here, which has been kind of nice. I prefer the cold, so I'm like, bring it on. I am a person who likes cold. If I had to eliminate a season, I would eliminate summer. No one's given me that option yet, though. So we'll get there soon. We'll get there when we get there. For now, I'll just suffer through and sweat. I need my kitchen towel. I need my sweat rag. Anytime I don't need a sweat rag, that's when feeling best. All right, so these are leeks going in, and I'm gonna put some salt, a little pepper on here, and then just let these let these cook for the whole time that that squash is in the oven. And if they get to a good, like, satisfying place, then I'll use them. But these are easy to cut up and clean, so that's good. I put my water out. My water should be almost has was almost boiling. It's going to kick that back up again. My cakes fall all up. I would like that, or just extend a little spring in the summer, or extend a little spring, a little fall. I would be happier in a place that gets harsher winters and cooler summers than what we have. That's all. Nothing crazy, right? All right. These guys can just sweat it out over here, and we'll see where we get to with those in like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. I don't think I'm supposed to put a lid when I'm doing this, so um, we'll see. I forgot, honestly. Okay. Squash is in the oven. That's been in for 8 minutes. Leeks are on the stove. Mushrooms. I want to take some mushrooms. I want to put some mushrooms in as part of this meal. I don't think that I need to put these in yet. I just want to get them ready. Throw a little oil in them, a little salt, a little pepper, some basic stuff, um, and just have them ready. Because since this is stuffed shells, I'm going to end up putting these in a glass pan and popping that in the oven. So like while I'm putting those in the pan, I'll toss these in the oven and then they can all sort of roast at one time. Um, man, okay. Having your computer crash on you really, I don't know about, I don't know. It's like throws me off because now I'm like uncertain and I keep like looking for little signs like, oh, is the thing still going? Is it still going? Anyway, little about me and my feeling neurotic about it. Am I overthinking it? Probably. Oh, okay. Get these onions in a pan and just have those ready to throw in. Random crash? No, it wasn't. I use Streamlabs, which is probably fake. Streamlabs, if you can hear me, I love you. Please don't crash on me again. You can stop listening now. Streamlabs earmuffs. I think I'm going to move back to OBS or move to OBS because this is the second time this exact same thing has happened. Like I noticed that this camera up here had frozen, and I went to reactivate it and reactivate it, and it didn't, and then it crashed, and it's the same exact problem that it had the last time it crashed, and that's frustrating, and I don't want that to keep happening. And I feel like OBS is probably better, probably better, or at least more stable. So yes, what do you need? I'll get you what you want. Okay, okay. You can get something. Gwen's over here looking for snacks. Okay. Squash, leeks, mushrooms, marinara. Leeks are looking good in here. Yeah, these are these are these are coming along. I don't think they'll be caramelized, but if they're soft, then I'll use them. Um, Garlic. There it is. A snack sounds good. Yeah, it's that between dinner period, or lunch was so long ago. Dinner is so far away. Dinner is so far away. Drunk cooking. Welcome in. Hey friends. Capiozo, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. How was your stream? Lots of cleanup? Lots of cleanup now probably, right? Always the case. Uh what'd you get up to on stream this afternoon? Uh Hey Hammer, how are you? Chicken Sammy's. Excellent. Any special is this a specialty sandwich or just Monday? Well, welcome in either case. Doesn't need to be special to be fun. Thanks for stopping in. For those of y'all who I haven't met before, my name's Lou. I'm a dad in real life, making dinner for the family on a couple weeknights every week. Um, an occasional later in the evening streams for bulk cooking, trip prep, stuff like that. So lots of I just realized my music was way up. Um, Capiozo, thank you for the follow. Water is good. Okay, shells can go in. Um, so that's what I'm about. Making dinner right now. Drunk cooking, thank you. Making dinner, doing some stuffed shells this evening. I started stream a little bit earlier today than I usually do. I'm usually starting right about now. Um, so yeah, not like I'm ahead or anything. I'm just starting earlier. Ridiculous bread pudding. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I just had bread pudding yesterday. It's such a favorite. Do you do like bread pudding from leftover scraps and stuff? How could I forget? I uh I don't think I've ever made bread pudding. I
Think I see you over here.
Lord,
I just wanted the tiniest little sandwich.
the tiniest little sandwich, she says. God, stuffed shells. Yeah, I'm making these up tonight. I'm not really sure. I've got I had some ricotta from making tortellini last week that I wasn't actually going to use the ricotta, and then I busted it open, and now I have open ricotta that I had not planned for, and I ended up having had some shells in the cabinet, so I was like, oh, I'll just stuff these with some ricotta and some other stuff. So I'm going to do that with leeks and delicata squash. Um, Eating away some of the wine wobble. Oh man, you ever that's that's I bet that's like when you know how snack monsters running around behind me. You know how when you've been like drinking for a while and then you are like sitting down and you like finally stand up and you're like, oh, or if you are of a certain age, you just stand up too quickly in general and you're like, well, uh, I wonder. I've not had this experience, but I'm assuming it's similar if you're streaming and drinking, where then you like shut down stream, and you're like, oh, okay, time to sit for a minute. I don't know. Your experience may differ. I uh have never drunk cooking. I think you and I may be opposites in our beverage consumption in stream. In stream. Liz I invite you to use tonight's example as either a template or a tale of caution. TBD which that is just yet. My water's boiling away back here. Let me drop these shells in so that I can get them cooled off um, in a specific time. Or so I can get them cooled off before stuffing them. Because once I stuff them, then they need to cook for a little bit longer. And I am going to probably clean up during that time. Streaming and drinking since 1 p.m. What a good way to spend the afternoon, honestly. Like I could think of a lot worse ways. And not many better ones though. I mean, that sounds great. Well, I'm glad you finished up well. I'm glad you finished. Finishing is always feels good. Hopefully hopefully the cleanup isn't too bad today. Or maybe someone else is doing the cleanup and it doesn't matter, which is also fine and always welcome. Okay, water is salted. Shells are going in, and how long do I put these in for? Who cares? Let's just put them in, and then we'll figure it out. That's a lot of shells. And one piece of leek. All right. Just use the same wooden spoon for everything. I think we could. Um, let's see. I think I think uh sorry. I believe I don't remember if you have to be a subscriber or something to do a shout out. I forget. I didn't limit it to mods because I didn't. Um, but awesome, and I appreciate Hammer. I appreciate the recommendation. Happy to have y'all. Has it been a slow Monday? Was it like a slow Monday for you guys? Obviously, Drunk Cooking, you had a stream this afternoon, which was not slow. I feel like for me, this today just kind of slunk by. Feels brave, man. All right. I decided to, I was saying to Gwen earlier, I don't know if I should do, marinara out of a jar or make a sauce, but I'm just going to make a sauce because the stove's already on. Everything's kind of moving. Slow widget, heard. It, it is that type of Monday. Um, Also, for the folks that are in chat, Widget streams food and drink as well. You should definitely go give Widget a follow, because he has a similar vibe to I think the folks that are in here now, and has a lot of family food and a lot of kind of what I would say is food that is different from what I cook in a way that like there's just regional differences. I think he does a lot more spicy stuff, but you should definitely check him out. Um, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Would you for sure? Um, I am known. Maybe I'm not known. It's in my own head, but I'm like, I am not good at shout outs. I'm just not. I just like, I appreciate you. I said I wanted to put these shells in and time them, and then I like totally forgot. So let's just say these need another 6 minutes. We'll check those. Drain and cool on a sheet pan. All right. No thanks. Um, I'm all set with cooling anything on a sheet pan. If I can just put it in the colander. Okay. These are going, let's get a little bit of garlic and, uh, Let's get a little bit of garlic on the stove here. Um, okay. So I'm just trying to figure out where all these pots are going. As soon as the shells are done, I'm going to shuffle some things around. But I've got some sweet cat. Thank you. This is a mushroom. A mushroom hat from my in one of many in my growing collection of hats from the exact same brand. Um, super hots. Oh, right. Yes, the garden. You're the gardener. Um, and widget cooking class core is newish to streaming, but not newish to Twitch. And uh, yeah, I was doing some daytime stuff the other day. Worth checking out. Um, the pepper thing I thought was pretty cool. Anybody who's growing their own thing has a different sort of connection to the cooking process, I think. Let's get some oil and salt back here. Toss that garlic in, and then while that is slowly simmering or slowly softening. I'm going to take these tomatoes out of the jar, put those in a bowl, and get them ready to go in the sauce. So the tomatoes I'm using, I don't grow much either. I grow houseplants, and they're fine. They're fun, but not food. Um, can you grow? Well, I guess I grow basil in my windowsill. That's amazing. That's a really that's a really awesome long-term project. Just being like, okay, we're gonna do this whole thing. How do you what are you prioritizing? Because you have to like, I'm assuming you want to make money off of it somehow. Are you like, do you have like, what's your roadmap? Or is this like, are you going on a whim? I recently killed basil. I recently killed some on purpose, to make pesto. But listen, I kept a basil plant on the kitchen counter for like 2 months so far. I feel like, uh, yeah, I feel like I'm being successful. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I can cook with it though. Okay. Did I salt this? I did not. Okay. This is softened enough that I'm going to take it off the flame for a second. Um, Small pots with peppers, like yeah, like an outdoor, like a little container garden. Yeah. It's tried. You know what? It's the trying that I hear is important. I'm just getting the little hard caps out of the middles of these tomatoes. And then I'm going to squish these up by hand. All right, these are really good. These don't have the little caps on here. These are like I think a higher quality tomato than the ones I've had before, and the little stem parts, like little hard parts, that I usually like pull out, are very much smaller on these. It's nice. Okay, I'm gonna just give these a squish. Keeping green things alive is not one of them. Yeah, I've come into like my own with some houseplants, but I think I know my limits. Like the ones that don't need a lot of attention are, and we get along well. The other ones, they're fine. Some of them are okay. I do not have an outdoor garden though. Okay. And I don't know. I think I would want some like land for that to be the case. There's not going to be a situation where I'm like gardening here, um, where I live now in any like meaningful capacity. Um, unless I was like really invested in a container garden on like my roof and dehydrated a cactus. Well, that that certainly seems. It's not so much that you dehydrated it; it's that you did nothing with it. You could claim that it wasn't even yours to begin with, and no responsibility for it. Um, excellent. Hammer, what I meant was, did you buy the place at all on a whim? Was it like a whim to just like to get a place like that? Sorry. Um, an acre, a well, solar. Yeah, yeah, we sure are. We sure are. Um, that's fantastic. Self-sufficient, self-sustaining. Like you're not paying out. That sounds great. There's a 30-second ad starting soon. Just be aware if you're not a subscriber, you're going to see a 30-second ad. Um, sorry, exclamation point ad. If you're curious why, or for what, why, yeah, why, curious about anything ad related. Okay, let's get these tomatoes on here. And I'm just gonna put these in a saucepan, put a little extra water to rinse the bowl out. That'll be fine. I just had my pasta timer go off, so let's drop the pot, get that pasta out. For sure. Um, we got space. Yeah, I think that if you have like a little plot like that, and you're doing some like farming and sell a little bit on the side of a road or a farmer's market, and you're like able to can things and like all that, that sounds amazing. That really sounds nice. Okay. Where is my other hot pot? Let me check these first. These good? Yeah, these feel okay. Excellent, Widget. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. I appreciate it. Good luck with your afternoon. And drunk cooking, totally. I get that. Appreciate you saying hi. I'm glad the sandwiches turned out well. All right, let's get a bit of bit of pasta bit of pasta over here. And then I'm gonna take this and just toss this with some oil in the colander, so that these guys don't stick together. It says to dry them out on a pan, on a sheet pan, but I am going to do differently. I'm just going to take these and toss them with a little bit of olive oil, um, till they're nice and coated, and then just set these off to the side here. Okay. Um, sauce is good. Let me move my. Maybe I don't need to do that. Let me just get this sauce a stir. Um, these leeks have definitely come along. They're not. They're certainly not caramelized, but I think that they are only a couple minutes away from being able to be useful for stuffing shells. So I'm going to give those a little zhuzh and give this a little stir. And then I need to salt my sauce. Okay, salt my sauce here. Oh, and pepper. There it goes. So all I did with this, I mean, I just sauteed some garlic and put it in there, and then threw a can of sauce in there. So nothing wild with this sauce. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil in it, and um, a little bit of the pasta water, just to like thin, just to thin it a touch. And then we're gonna let that bubble on the stove, let the leaks go, and then I should be able to get this squash out now and move forward from there. Okay. Um, yeah, leaks are looking real good in here. Let me give one of these guys a little taste just to see how it's going and flatten the rest of them out. Okay. Ooh, a lot of time at the stove. Sorry. Fellows, welcome back. Hello. I am doing well. I hope the same of you. Um, Hammer. I'm reading what you're saying here. Gotcha. Okay. So you had like some circumstances that put you out of where you were and landed somewhere cheaper. Cheaper that aligns with your lifestyle better. It's not excellent. That's really great. Homesteading projects sound super fun. I'm sure getting someone to run a high-speed internet line out to your house is probably the most frustrating thing that you've had to deal with. Now I understand. Now I understand when you're like, "Hey, I'm trying to solve this thing." Um, Bellis, I don't want to skip over that comment there. Congrats on being able to like move out and about a little bit more. I know that's a big. I know that you have a much greater concern than some folks, so I'm glad to hear that that's actually helpful instead of just like marginal protection. High speed internet line, right? I did, but I also chuckled about it. To be fair, um, I remember working out in a rural area at one point and just getting internet. Like we were at the end of the road and just getting internet out. They were like, "No, we're not running a line out here. Like it's just zero chance it's going to happen. Sorry." Like end of story. 100% end of story. They were just like, "No." I'm a little lost today, guys. I'm sorry. I like my computer crashed. Now I'm sort of like spinning around over here as like things are finishing and maybe not finishing. So bear with me. Um, I'm not even, well, don't say that online. Yeah. Well, I was heard about never like the complete normalcy. Um, it is nice to know that there are like ways that are that like relieve some of the pressure that COVID has created though. Um, obviously vaccines aren't going to be perfect, but I'm also not starting a vaccine debate right now, to be clear. I mean, you're never going to get a perfect vaccine that accomplishes everything that you would need it to. As someone with an autoimmune scenario, that's what I'm getting at. Clarify. Um, oh, I didn't know that about Starlink. Okay. I'm probably borderline political. Well, I would guess, no, I would say that my, at least for me, I believe that we have similar leanings. Um, yeah, I'm like. I think that there's certain things that are like not quite up for debate anymore. Um, I don't know. Vaccines are one of them for me, but sorry. A lot of competitors. Capioza for sure. I think obviously there's huge advantages for living in certain geographic areas. Like when you have to beg a satellite company to like get you internet versus like being able to take a rate to a competitor, huge. I'm thankful that my experience is uh the latter of those, but you know, that tends to be city life. I also don't have 3 acres of land and a homesteading plot, nor do I have the money to buy that kind of space in the city. So, I think everybody has their own little challenges. I think internet though is fundamental. Like at this point, it's a utility. Like I think I personally think that high speed internet is a utility that you should be available to people in the same way that electricity and water is available, and that making making those things available shouldn't come with a bottom line motivator. Um, I don't know. Maybe that's an opinion we can all agree on. High speed internet available to all. Okay. I just keep stirring these leeks because I don't want them to burn. Yugo Akamura, thank you for the follow. Um, yeah, I mean, like high speed internet is definitely one of those like sort of so many people need it for work. It's pretty fundamental at this point. Um, yeah, why wouldn't you have it? Um, I think I'll switch them. Yeah, I mean, it does. Uh, oh my God, yeah, canceling your internet or canceling your cable. It's like it's impossible sometimes without a significant conversation. Okay, I'm just like these are extremely hot and I'm trying to get the skin off of them, so like that's what I'm like just trying to work these as they cool down. Um, all right. So I'm gonna be say squashing these up. Um, yeah, that's frustrating. They won't extend it because it's going to be hammer. They won't extend it because it's like not going to make them money, right? Um, ooh, maybe it's going to somewhere secret. Uh, need to get you a buddy that knows a thing or two about fiber optics. Get them to come over with some tools and see what's happening. I bet if you tapped into that line, someone would respond. Maybe not in the best way. It's maybe not the best way to go about it. Yes. Well, I guess same same end result, different means hammer. Um, yeah, I remember that the place where I was working had said that they would the company said that they would run internet, but um only if like at a certain point of development where like a certain number of houses got to be on that road. And we were like, this is not, there's no more properties on this road. They're not going to build any more houses. And the company was like, yeah, sorry, like it just doesn't fit within our like margin. Like essentially everyone who lives here would have to get this internet and would have to subscribe to it for like 20 years in order for us to break even. So we're not going to do it, that's what I'm talking about when I say like that company should have to do that. Like they should have to run that line, just like they have to run an electric line or the mail people have to come. I don't either, Hammer, sorry. But Hammer, I bet as you as you continue on this journey on your homesteading, that you will, if you don't already, you certainly will have like a guy for different stuff, right? Doesn't everyone? Or at least I feel like that's a thing. You got your HVAC guy and your whatever. You're probably gonna have your solar guy. What is the thing I'm peeling? Is a delicata squash. So essentially, I'll show you with this last one because I can actually pick it up now. This has been in the oven now for almost 40 minutes roasting, and it is it is a winter squash that is a long cylinder. I don't have any other ones, or else I'd show you. But this essentially is what it looks like. It's like this is half of a squash. So it's got these um, ridges, kind of ridges on it. It has an end cap. I cut those off, and then it's like this is half of it. So I've got like a half moon here. Um, and that's been in the oven for a while. Just uh, salt, pepper, and olive oil. I wanted it to get super soft because I'm just going to take the meat out of this and squash that up for the inside of the shells. So that's my that's my plan. I had ricotta and leftover shells. It does look like a loofah. It does. It so does. That's a good call. Yeah, it looks like one of those cylinder loofahs. You're right. What do you know about? You got some loofah knowledge. I love it. Uh, yeah, these are back at the market. They'll be at the market now forever, until springtime. I got two of these and a butternut squash last week. So I'm using the delicatas. I'm using the delicatas and the leeks that I got last week. Um, and then gonna add that to the ricotta that I opened last week while I was making tortellini and didn't finish. I didn't finish it because I never intended to use it, but I opened it anyway. All right, this towel is shot. You get a towel, you're like, all right, I can't find a good, like, clean, dry surface. Okay. Um, Dishpan is good. These shells are good. So almost at the point of filling here. I've got my leeks are looking really nice. These are good. I'm going to use all of these. Actually, these cook down a ton, um, which is amazing. Uh, Sauce is looking good. Okay, so let's get my filling together. And I said I wanted to get my filling together while the mushrooms roasted, so I'm going to put those in. Um, I love it. Oh, the curry squashes are fun. Capiozo and Capiozo. Am I saying your name correctly? Please correct me if I'm not. Um, yes, the curry squashes are fun. They're the ones that are like round, like kind of big-ish, and they have like a little squat, narrow red top to them. Those are really fun. Yes, leftover ricotta, Megan. Yeah, I was like looking at my list and was like, well, um, what's this going in this week? Because otherwise, it's going in the trash. Um, the Poipet recipe, Poipet. Sorry, chat is very small right now. Sorry. I love the New York Times. That was in their like weekly email? That one's a good one. Biscuit pot pie, leftover fried turkey. Oh my God. That sounds, I don't know if it's still raining where y'all are, but that sounds perfect for today. Um, Oh, hammer, of course, for sure. I definitely, if you're, uh, Capio, got it. Um, yeah, I'm often online during the day, um, because I'm at work, like I'm working, I work from home. So often if I have like a slower day, I'll pop into streams during the day, which is how I've come across and had good conversations with, uh, some other streamers. I know you were chatting the other night, when Lemon was in here, or a recipe reborn. Um, Lemon streams during the daytime and is another one of those like folks that I actually catch big parts of their broadcast because I'm at a computer. Um, Oftentimes I don't always catch significant portions of people, but just because it's like folks that are streaming right now or folks that are streaming like after my like downtime or during downtime. Um, I don't know how much ricotta is going in here. So here's what I'm thinking for the filling: herbs, egg, parmesan, ricotta, salt and pepper, squash, leeks, and I have a little bit of lemon labna that I bought randomly. So I'm gonna get all those things out that aren't out already, and we're gonna determine amounts from there. Parm is good. Ricotta. Um, we'll see. We'll see about this lemon stuff. Um, had the recipe for pumpkin soup. I would love a curry squash pumpkin soup recipe. If you are interested in sharing that, uh, drop it. There's a link dump or recipe channel on the Discord. Drop it in that, and I will actually look at it. When I will look at it. Because anything that's like curry squash stuff, so good. Fall squash, fall and winter squash. Um, why won't internet let you do nighttime streams? Is it? Oh, right, it's satellite based. Okay, I say oh right. My understanding is satellite doesn't work as well at nighttime. Okay, that um, the leaks I would say are ready to go. So let's get those in here. Um, how it all comes together, I don't know, but I'm going to take all of it and just kind of shove it together like that. My plan currently is haphazard at best, but that's fine because, as I said earlier, I started a little earlier today, so I'm in, I would say, in a better spot than I was. Uh, I'm my internal timer is telling me that it is 17:45, so I'm feeling less pressure. Okay, so these leaks. First off, okay, that Dutch oven's still too hot to hold. That was foolish. But I couldn't drop it. So these leeks look fine now. They're not caramelized, but they are significantly reduced in volume. They're all soft. That'll be a fine addition to the filling here. Okay, leeks are good. Let's drop it. My God, my counter is so full of dishes right now. Capio, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, if yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the same kind of squash, and they are. I haven't seen them yet, but I know that I see them during the season at the market that I go to. Okay, so filling is going to be this, which is squash, squash and leek. Let me give this a try. Because seasoning stuff, you got to do it as you go. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm sorry, it's so good. I don't. I love when something comes out the way that you're like, okay, I thought that would taste fine. Um, I don't know. Sometimes you're just happy with the things that you cook. Isn't that nice when you're just like, yes, I made this and it's tasty. And then someone else in your family is like, well, actually, and you're like, shh, let me have this. Where does a mansplainer get his water from? Where does a mansplainer get his water from? From a well, actually. From a well, actually, um, has some pepperoni in it. I'm fine with pepperoni. I tagged this stream vegetarian today because I am not cooking with meat. That is not normal though. Normally there's meat, so pepperoni is great. Um, I don't eat a lot of beef. Well, let me explain it. Yeah, I said that joke to Gwen earlier, and she was like, "I don't know how to answer this because like you're gonna say something condescending about like the way that I answered it, and that's gonna be the joke." And I was like, "Well, actually, I'm kidding. That's not how that transpired." Um, but she did say that, and I was like, "No, it's fine. It's actually a funny joke." Um, so I just dropped the ricotta in here, and then I think I want to take a little taste of this. I got this preserved lemon labna, labney, labany. Um, this past week there was a vendor at the market. Yes, I'm here for it because he didn't have an arrow. That's great. Let me try this. I'm gonna try this labna. Oh, I need to put the egg in there too. I meant to put that. So this is a much uh more solid cheese than ricotta. So you see, it's pretty solid. I mean, like I can take this and just invert it. It's it's a little slightly like the consistency of sour cream. Oh my God. Holy shit, that's good. Sorry, excuse me. Um, I'm definitely gonna put some of that in there because this is like cheese. It's lemony. Um, Hammer, I agree with that. When you actually make something and you're like, yes, I did it. I did that thing. And you kind of want to like talk to them about it, right? You want to be like, oh, and this is what I did differently this time. That is the type of that is the type of kitchen enthusiasm that you can bring that here. You can bring that enthusiasm here. Um, those are good feeling. That's a good like I did it. It's especially good if you're like trying something new. Um, all right. Let's mix this in a little bit. So this is a little um it's creamy, but it's lemony, so I'm gonna be I don't need to put lemon in here, which is nice. All right. I do want to put an egg in here. Liz, thank you. Um the egg is just a binding agent. And I'm actually gonna I have some egg whites from last week. Um when I was making uh pasta. Was it pasta? No. What was I making last week? Something that had me separate some eggs. Um, maybe the tortellini. I don't remember. I separated some eggs for something last week, so I have a little bit of extra egg white that I'm just going to put in here. Butternut squash stuffing would be amazing. The Yeah, the tomato. I actually don't know why I opted for tomato sauce right now. Because I'm like, if I'm thinking about what's the filling of these are, it's not really the best. Uh, it's not really the best combination, but it'll get there. Um, yeah, they're all right. Yeah, you just gotta. Sometimes, you can be your own greatest critic, but sometimes you have to be your own champion and your own cheerleader, and that feels fine too. Um, the oh man, gumbo is amazing. Um, and gumbo's so versatile. Like, do people have? I'm sure people have super specific gumbo recipes, but that feels like something that you can just riff on endlessly. Um, yeah, I don't much use recipes either. I'm just kind of going by feel a lot of the time, or rather by taste a lot of the time. Okay, so this sauce is fine, coming along fine. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Herbs. I want to put some herbs in these. I want to like, yeah, herbs. So egg, labna, ricotta. This Parmesan I'm going to put on top. So I'm not going to mix that in. Lemon, salt, pepper, got that. All right, so herbs it is. Let's do some parsley and thyme, and then we'll go from there. Oh my. Hopefully you gave her a heads up. Jesus. Just kidding. Uh yikes. Do I work with fresh sage? I don't. No. Not that I no, I don't I do not work with fresh sage. It's available. Um I guess sometimes I just don't think about it. Uh so many fall recipes are calling for it. Yeah. I like if I'm gonna do something like where I know I'm gonna have a pan of oil already. I like if I know that in advance and I have some sage. Um I will do like whole leaf sage. Um or like crispy sage or something like that. I don't often if I'm using it, a lot of times I'll just like toss it whole, like when I'm roasting chicken. I'll like toss it in the pan and then just discard it. Um, I mean, like, I don't know why I don't use it. It's just not in the rotation. Like, there's no good reason for me not to use it. It's a good herb. Um, Cal, that was a delivery. Can you assist, please? Thank you. Our dog was just going crazy at the door, and that old Amazon van just popping by outside. Um, I would say like for substitutions, I don't know. It seems like it would be worth like I would almost just leave it out if I didn't have it. Um, or something like a warming spice, maybe something. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. I was thinking like a nutmeg or something like that, or like cinnamon. Um, I think yeah, thyme. I don't know. I would probably just leave it out if I didn't have it, and then I wouldn't think much about it. And I don't know. I'm probably gonna add six other things in there anyway that the recipe didn't call for. So who knows what it's gonna end up as. Thanks, Cal. You can just leave those there, just like over there, not in the way. of the stool or anything. Can you put them over, like, actually, can you put them over there or by the steps? Thanks. S- That's perfect. Thank you. Um, yeah, I was thinking something else that has like a similar, like earthy, I want to say earthy, whatever, like a cinnamon or something. I think of sage as like a mulling spice almost, even though it's not. And I have rosemary here. Maybe I'll use a little bit of that too, because I have my knife. Um, I do have a dog. She is hanging around. She's been on stream a couple times. She doesn't hang out. But she comes through when certain ingredients, CARROTS, are in place. Yes. Hold on, she's here. Daisy, do you want to say hi? This is Daisy. Daisy's hanging out. You want to? You doing all right? Here, let's see. You want to say hi? Hi. Oh, that camera is, when I reset my computer, that camera got way wonky. The color spacing on that is ridiculous. Lemon, your timing is immaculate, or immaculate, impeccable. I guess it's immaculate too, if we could go with that. Um, she's stunning. She is about to be 10 years old. She'll be 10 in, yeah, she'll be 10 this month. Calvin says October 16th. I don't know where, I don't know that that's entirely accurate, but well, she's gone. Days, do you want to come back and say hi? Come here. Look, we have nothing, we have nothing for you today specifically, hun. Come here. Come here. No, you're being very shy. You're not being very shy. You're doing your own thing. There she is. Hi, Daisy. We only have compliments. Daisy, come over here. Come over here. Hey, you want to say hi? Right here. Hello. She's only hanging out for a second, and because I'm engaging with her, he is she's hanging out, but now as soon as she realizes there's nothing for her, she's gone again. She does not hang. I would love she's she's a good dog. She lets us know uh when the wind picks up outside by barking. So she is certainly on top of the neighbors and all deliveries and basically any other noise. Capio, thank you. Yeah, she's been here with us since well, what is she, 10? Yeah, so 2012. She does not go camping. She has been to a cabin with us before, but she is not one for the tent life. And I guess more specifically, I am not one for managing her in that situation, because she's very anxious, and we could never leave her alone, not for a single second camping. And I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with that plus a 7-year old. Calvin's down in the living room yelling, "He's talking about me." I'm like, "Yeah, I am. Yes, I am, but not about you specifically. I'm talking about Daisy and camping with Daisy." Okay. Yeah. I have anxiety too. Liz, yeah, I mean, it's like it's a barrier. It's a barrier for some things. Um Capio, that yeah, like I just don't want to risk it, right? I don't want to risk her I don't want to risk the experience because I know that she doesn't need to be there. I feel like it would be I feel like it would be a significant stressor for her and in an unnecessary way. Like she would be happy there, but she'd also be happy like going to a DOGPARK uh the next weekend. Um Daisy, welcome in. Uh I'm not saying that we're going to, Cal. Um all right. So where am I at here? Let me just like pause and make sure I'm doing the right thing, make sure the filling tastes fine. Filling tastes good. What does my sauce taste like? Yep, that's tomato sauce. Um, it needs more salt, shockingly. Everything always needs more salt. All right. All right. Everything. All right. Everything looks good. I should be good, clear to get these guys in the oven now, which is great. Well, actually, my timing is feeling good. I'm feeling good about my feeling good. Okay. Last things here. I'm gonna get some get some gloves because this is like one of those things where like there's just cheese and it like gets under and in, and I'm all set with having having any of that get into my pastas here. Okay. Capio, was that around when they were like acclimating to you as a human? I feel like dogs take a little while to settle in. And Daisy had her like period where she was a bit more mouthy, and I don't mean like talk back. I mean I mean like had more need to bite. And I think she's through that now. She will only occasionally use the chew toys, and when she does, she likes the antlers best. Um, oh my God, Hammer, this is like you're like making the um exact point for me. This is not a spoon. This is a fork. That's not going to be helpful. What is going to be helpful is do I have no, I just need a spoon. Okay. Interesting, Capio. Yeah, who knows with the animals, right? They have that whole thing where they can't really tell you what's going on for them, so it's really difficult to like figure it out sometimes. So I'm glad it sounds like you had some patience and were willing to treat that dog with some grace, which is nice. Um, so I'm filling these up. I put a little bit of sauce in the bottom of the pan. Gonna top this with a little more. I'm gonna cover the whole top of it with Parmesan cheese and put this whole thing in the oven. And while that is in the oven, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hey, hold on. I didn't think this through very far, did I? Because this has to bake in the oven for a few minutes, and I'm like, oh, uh, what do I do? I think what I will do is clean up for a second and then talk through what I'm planning on doing for the rest of the week, which is substantial. Uh, Capio, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel that. We had Liz, I see your question. We had a dog. I think that there's certain things too with dogs, like Calvin got bit by a dog who we know when he was younger, who we still know, and I think that there were some like high reactions to that, but also like we recognized. I think in that moment it was like to me and to Gwen who was with me, it was like immediately clear why that happened. So in that scenario, it was like, oh, this is the dog. Like this was a valid reaction from the dog. Like not a good one, but like that shouldn't have happened that way. Essentially, the dog was eating, and we told Calvin to go grab the dish because the dish was empty, and the dog has was is protective, is protective of their food, his food, um, and so reacted as a protectionary dog would. Uh, but yeah, I think like animal behavior, a lot of times biting is reactionary if you like look at the why. Anyway, I'm not a pet psychologist or a vet or in any way trained to be talking about that. Oh, Hammer, thank you. Food aggression, that's the word. That's the word I was searching for. Um, link dump. Excellent, perfect. Yeah, there's some other channels I think are missing from the Discord. I was thinking the other day, I went to post a meme there the other day and didn't because I didn't have anywhere to post it. And then I had the thought, I was like, oh, this is mine. I could change this. And then I didn't, or at least not necessarily mine, but I have the control over the admin. Um, Liz, the hats that I get, sorry, are all from a specific brand called Ape and Bird. Ape and Bird. If you look at my profile panel, there's actually a link to them in the panel called Friends of the Stream. I don't know them personally, but I do like their hats. I've been wearing them for a very, very long time. They hand make them in Providence, Rhode Island. Um, Tupo was bitey as a puppy. Sharp. Oh my God, yeah. Those little Westies have like razor teeth. They're small, but they have the skills. Oh, I imagine just like being like, "Ow," and or being like, "But I was just playing." That's so funny. That's a good way to do it, though. I'm on schedule, Gwen, for finishing. I don't know, 7-ish, a little after 7. Um, I'm yeah. I just imagine Kubo being like, "Oh, why? But I was playing." But like, yeah, totally. You can't. Yeah, my dog used to like jump and play bite, and that was like, hey, you can't. You're a 55-pound pit bull. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. Um, Hammer, that's awesome. You are Hammer. You are a Renaissance person, farmer, cook, dog trainer. Well met. Liz, I think that that's a great idea. I love these hats. They they're really soft. The bill, like the brim of them, is very soft. And so they're very like flexible. You can pack them, and I particularly enjoy the pencil pen cap or pen holder. Can you see it? Oh yeah, there it is. There's like a pencil pen holder on the side. Um, for sure. Yeah, Capio, that seems to be like the best. That seems to be like a really good way to do that. If Lemons had some success there, I know for me, I just like stopped engaging. I didn't like play. I didn't like stop and like play pretend that I was hurt, which seems like a very extremely, exceedingly reasonable thing to do. But I did just stop playing. Um, race car driver on special occasion. Yes. And pretty soon you're going to add amateur electrician and amateur plumber and uh, what else? Amateur water main driller. Shit, dude, that's awesome. Did you go anywhere fun doing that? I remember uh, there was a place in Connecticut I went one time, a speedway. It was like a real small amateur like speed track. Super fun. Super fun because you could like get right up close to everything. It's like the stuff is like right there. All right, I'm not out of filling yet, but I'm out of space here, so I'm just getting some shells and like wedging them in wherever they fit. Um, and then I'm gonna pop pop this in the oven. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clean up a little bit because that like never happens. Okay, filling is good. Um, trying to find my dog in a winter hat. I would love to see that. Please. There's a 30-second ad playing. So if you're hearing my voice, that means that you're a subscriber or a Twitch Turbo user. In either case, that's amazing. Thank you for hanging out. If you're a subscriber to this channel, thanks for the sub. And if you are a Twitch Turbo user, that's cool too. Appreciate that. Or you sub through Prime. Anyway, appreciate y'all if you're hearing me. All right. So last step here is sauce on top. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. That's Zelda, right? I don't know. I think so. Okay. All the tracks in the southeast. Nice. I've been to none of them, but I've been to a few in the northeast, as in northeast US. Okay. Last last thing, get this Parmesan on. Where's the Parmesan? Under the towel. Okay. Um, Sebring. Okay. The one I was talking about, I think was in Thompson, Connecticut, which is as I understand it, not near anything. As I experienced it, not near anything, I should say. I think it was Thompson. Coincidentally, that was the name of my cat when I was a kid. Anyway. All right. This is good. We have a tray, stuffed shells. It is covered in Parmesan. Speaking of covering, I am going to cover this with a little bit of aluminum foil. Is this big enough? Yes, it is. Maybe. Perfect. Got second use aluminum foil here. Um, Hammer, also glad to hear that. If you were on during the day, you should definitely check out Lemon Stream. It's a very chill, very inspirational in terms of food, inspirational, educational, and a very good community. Lots of like good folks who you'll see around the food and drink community and who are part of the food and drink community. Hang out there. Okay. Let me give these mushrooms a toss. These are going okay. That's why I love paper. I'm just kind of like toss around. These are good. I have no particular reason to have these. They're just going on the side. Um, these could be done now. One could eat those now. Okay, let's set a timer. Hold on. What did I say I wanted to put my oven at? 375. Let's do these shells at 400. Um, that's 155 minutes. That's not right. 15. All right. 15 minutes is going to fly by. Um, and a piece of pasta. Um, 12-hour endurance race sounds exhausting. Intentionally, I think. A 4-day party with a race. Yeah, that sounds like a festival, right? It's like you could just go there and have hang out. Are there like music and stuff like that, or is there music and things like that too? It sounds really fun. Disembodied hand, yeah. The it was through the internet. Couldn't you tell? Okay. Let me try. I want to do a quick little cleanup here at the sink. So bear with me for 1 second. Um, 'Tis the season for disembodied hands, though, for real, right? Agreed. Um, totally agreed. Let's look and see what this view holds for us. Okay, that's not quite right. That's what I want, right? Am I in that? I can't even tell. I'm gonna do a few dishes here while we are waiting the few minutes for that timer. I didn't plan out anything else to do or anything else to make, and everything else. Excellent, Capio. Thank you. Everything else is ready to go here. So I'm literally waiting for the shells to be done, and I'm waiting for the mushrooms to come out with the shells because they are done. Done insofar as I need them to be. They'll cook for a little while longer and then be even better, right? I think that's how mushrooms work. Um, let's. Okay, so let me grab my timer here. I should change this to a just chatting stream for like 5 minutes. Think I'll get in trouble. Do you get in trouble for that? Can you get in trouble for having your stream under like the wrong tag, or do you just get like? Do people just get annoyed? I'm not really. I'm not really sure. The World Endurance Championship season opener. Okay, so everybody like comes to show out, right? That's fun. So it's like a big concert. Thanks, Lemon. I figured that was the case. If someone popped in right now, I don't. I could just be like, "Look, a sheet. Here it is." But seriously, you know, it is. It is. Sometimes I'm the victim of poor planning. I have nothing that I'm cooking right now. Yeah, and people do. Yeah, think of this as marbles on stream, except it's called dishes in the sink. We could take bets if you wanted. Uh, I don't know that that's necessary, but I am. I'm just trying to get ahead. As I mentioned this right at the top of stream. I have something that if I can make it at 7:30 tonight, I'm going to type school board type meetings. Shockingly enough, I'm invested in Calvin's child education and his school experience to the level of volunteering, but less enthusiastically, more out of no one else is doing it. Um, Hammer, I just going back to your the endurance race. That sounds fun. I would love to go if I didn't have to race. If I could just go, I can just go, right? Um, $5 on the plastic container, right? Yeah, you could totally. What? I think my game with the dishes is like, will it fit in the dishwasher? And if so, that's where it's going. Lemon, thank you for that. I hope nobody reports me. Uh, whatever, whatever. Reporting for something like that is silly and petty. Um, is a pot in the background? Yes, that is on on the flames. Yeah, Lemon. I am. I got. This is. How I don't know what I can like. Yeah, I guess I there's a group chat with a group text, a group me. There's a group me with like a whole bunch of parents from the school, different age levels, and the school board. One of the the volunteer committee that like steers the school. Their president stepped down, and someone in the group chat today was like, they've been lobbying me for a little while to like get involved. And then in that group chat today, someone was like, called me out directly. And so I'm sort of like, okay, I was thinking about doing this, but now you're like actually becoming a pain in the ass about it. So like, okay, fine. I guess it's working. I guess it's working is the moral of that story. Um, Hammer. Okay. I can't. I guess you're right. On the racing side, they probably don't want you to race if you're not qualified, because then you might then you are a liability. Um, my condolences. No, those condolences are well accepted. Uh, I'm I'm a volunteer. I'm a like get involved person generally. Uh, Generally where I can and where it like intersects with my own interests and like my own like my kid is a pretty significant interest and like his experience in his school is important to me. So like it's something where I'm sort of reluctant to give up that time, but I also know that that time will be beneficial ultimately, or at least I hope it will be. I hope it will be beneficial to like his school and the other kids and like the community of the school. So we'll see whether or not what level I get involved at. I don't know, but if I can make it tonight, I'm gonna go to their meeting on the internet and see what they want. I know. I mean, I know all the people that are going. They're all also parents from the school. You know, these are not strangers. They're people I know heckling me in real life. Um, my bougie neighbors, right? Yeah, I'm sure. Like, it's like, yeah, we love your thoughts. We love your altruistic life. Good job. Like, yeah, I I try not to overcommit myself. Generally speaking, I'm usually pretty good about defending like that boundary for myself. Or like knowing what I'm capable of. Like that's a scenario where I could volunteer at a food bank, but I know right out the gate that I'm like not going to do that every single week. Like I'm not going to have the capacity to do it. So I like would never promise that. Um, yeah, they just want you to like, they want to feel good by proxy. They want to take the good feeling that you have that you're sharing with them and just mold it onto themselves as a mask of some way. Like you are a foil. Like they're using your experience as like a um. There's a word that I'm searching for. It's like very performative, right? Like oh, they felt good about just saying it, and they know, yeah, they felt good about saying it. Like they're gassing themselves up for something. Yeah, yeah. Start spending the time doing. Heard. That's yes. I think that for me, that's kind of like what I'm talking about. I would never say to someone like, "Oh, I should do more of that." It's like, or like, I want to do that same thing that you're doing. I'm like, I would love to, right? But I'm definitely not going to like promise it if I can't do it. Um, Henry, that sounds like a really nice community. Um, I think building that kind of stuff that's year over year is really cool too. Lemon's talking about building like volunteer experiences. Like anytime you have a longevity in somewhere, you're going to get, uh, it's going to start to be community. Um, do you guys have a Discord yet for your group? I take a bunch of people on a trip, in like November every year, like a big group of my friends. And, I'm sure I'll be doing a prep stream for that too. But I tried to get them to join Discord. I tried to create a Discord this year. I was like, let's do this. Like we can organize it this way. It'll be great. And they're all they're all in their 30s and 40s and they don't know about Discord. So they prefer a 70 some length email chain, which is fine with me. That's how we've been managing it for years. Okay. Dishes are almost done. Yay. That's good. Thanks for hanging out while I'm not doing anything specifically interesting because this is certainly not that interesting. And yet it is definitely part of cooking at home and doing family dinner. Um, Google's Manifest V3 controversy. No. No, I have not. I'm curious though. What is that? Um, Lemon, that was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is like one of the points that I was making is like none of you people are iPhone users, and like the ones that are feel negatively about the ones that are not. Uh, and so how can we rectify this? Okay. Let's come back over here now to the counter and clean this up a little bit. Um, I Capio, no, I haven't heard about this is this what is that? How what is the manifest? Um, because I am not familiar. Um, okay. Oh, yeah. Chrome Opera and Edge start. Okay. Um, no, I hadn't heard about that, but I know Twitch recently had made some changes that broke the experience in some unsupported browsers, which uh was not well communicated at the time. Clearly not well communicated. No, it was it was clearly unclear as to what was being communicated. How's that for a sentence? Holy shit. Um, I'm just rinsing this cutting board off real quick because I didn't do that a moment ago. Did not switch the camera back though. So, um, Hammer. Meanwhile, watching streams and just interacting with the community is really a huge part of it. I think. I think it's hard to tell sort of the. I don't want to say that there are like norms, right? Because everybody streams differently and is pretty unique to them. But there's certain like I don't know, there's certain things that just happen all around. Uh, English is hard. English is challenging. Um, the community is one that you want to interact with, right? Like some of the folks here, um, some folks that chat in this, on my stream themselves, Lemon streams, uh, in a much, in a much different way. Maybe not much different, but um, in a different way than I do. And the community is is like one that you do want to interact with for sure. Um, okay, my timer just went off, so that was 15 minutes. Um, I would not say that it's wasted time though, no, for sure. Um, Capio, I agree with you. I mean, I use ad blocker often. For stuff like Twitch, I've said this before, but I've subscribed to Twitch Turbo so that it gets rid of ads everywhere across the site, which is really nice. Taffy, hello, how are you? Um, Lemon, you kept saying ketchup. That's that is funny. My the other day, um, which I was Calvin and I were talking, and um, I've said to him before that like English is just one of the hardest languages to learn, and I guess he heard that again at school, I think, um, and was like, "You're right," which was pretty funny. Okay, so the shells are in the oven. I'm gonna give them another like 10 minutes. I just bumped that up to 425. So I'm gonna give those another 10 minutes. Um, a full 10. I had set it for 10 and moved it out. Ad break. Speaking of ad. Um, yeah, the shells will be done in 10. Cal 10. Give him the 10. Um, yeah, Capio. English is a difficult language to learn. As I understand it, in the way that there's so many different words that can sound the same but be spelled differently and mean vastly different things. Um, and I'm just my understanding is that obviously I grew up speaking English, so I have a different viewpoint there. But that's where my understanding just comes from hearing that as a um like, did you know that English is one of the hardest languages to learn? Like, one of those like things. Well, I heard it on the internet. It's got to be true, right? Okay, just gonna just gonna stand here and eat a shell or two. Um, okay. I do want to get some plates together though, because we're gonna eat this in a few minutes, maybe. Everything on the internet is true and real. You know, I I feel like it's Schrodinger's cat to answer that to like respond to that, right? Um, Capio, let me see about your definition here. Um, sorry. Now that I'm in a place here. So, um, Capio redeemed a food lover's companion definition. So, what I'm going to need is a letter of the alphabet um, to look up, or either a letter to kind of thumb through that section, or a specific word, culinary word that you would like to hear more about, something that's confusing. Um, I'm also happy. Oh, okay. You did say K. Got it. I think I missed that. I'm certain that I missed that. I did. Let's do K. Yes, I did miss that. Got it. Okay. K. So here's what I'm reading out of. This is the Food Lover's Companion, 6,700 and entries in this book, describing foods, techniques, herbs, spices, desserts, wines, and the ingredients for pleasurable dining. Isn't that lovely? Um, Everything in this book is true. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Oh, right off. Okay, let's read a couple here from Kay. Um, oh, here's um here's one. Kat Kaasdoop. 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 A Dutch specialty that's a Gouda cheese fondue served with roasted or boiled potatoes and chunks of rye bread. That sounds delightful. Um, is that the book of stuff that complements other stuff? No. This is just a dictionary, essentially. The entry for kale is obscenely long. What's squash? We were talking. Oh, that wasn't K. Darn. Um, here's a good curry. Kuri. Right. Let's see if curry's. I was thinking of something totally different. I saw kabocha squash in here. Let's look up curry squash. The Flavor Bible, I believe, is correct. K-U-R. Oh, curry Kuri squash is not in here, but kabocha squash is, which is very similar. So let's try that one. Um, Kabocha squash, new to the United States market. When was this book? When was this book written? A while ago, huh? 2001. No, 1995. Okay. It's not new to the market. New to the United States market, this winter squash has a beautiful jade green rind with celadon green streaks. When cooked, kabocha squash. When cooked, its pale orange flesh is tender, smooth, and sweet. An average kabocha ranges from 2 to 3 pounds, though they have been known to weigh as much as 8 pounds. Choose squash that are heavy for their size. The rind should be dull and firm. Avoid any soft spots. Kabochas can be cooked in any way suitable for acorn squash, such as baking or steaming. Before cooking, they must be halved and seeded. The kabocha squash. Um, let's pick one more because we have a minute or two left on these. Kangaroo? No, we know what that is. Um, Cape Alamid. C. Kopi Luwak. Okay, can't go there. Um, here's one. Here's something that is a food from Eastern Europe. Uh, Khachapuri. 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 Similar to the Italian calzone, khachapuri is a yeasto package filled with cheese and baked until the bread is golden and the cheese is melted and bubbly. Package, cheese. So it's a cheese pocket. Sounds great. Who doesn't like that? The specialty hails from Georgia, formerly of the USSR, and comes in various forms from round to football shaped, uh, and from a simple and flat to a pleated turban design. It's generally served hot or at room temperature. Khachapuri. That sounds great. Tapio, that's amazing. Uh, excellent, excellent scroll down. Excellent scroll down in that book then. Lemon, excellent. Khachapuri. Can you imagine how there's zero there is no that is serendipity, friends. That's how that works. Okay, let's eat another one of these guys. Okay. Um Plates. I need plates. Since we're just doing stuffed shells, and this is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna use these little like boat dishes. These are my favorite for like stuff like this. Um, plain pasta is addicting. Yeah, this is good. I'm like, can I admit that if I was by myself and y'all were not here, I would probably have folded all those pastas together and just eaten them like an absolute like trash human all at once. Lemon, thank you. Um, yeah, these are nice dishes. I wish they were slightly larger. Raccoon style. Yeah, just like I literally would have just folded them all together happily and probably just like put the whole thing in my mouth and not spoken for a few minutes. Hammer, that's happened before. Okay. Um, I'm not going to open the oven just yet, so I want to give that the full time. Um, get these out. Um, it's just the shells and the mushrooms. It's garbage night. Heard. Enjoy. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I appreciate. I appreciate it, Lemon. I hope your week is starting off really nicely. Um, let's just check 30 seconds to check in on those. We're going to check in on those shells after there's an ad that's going to run. So I'm going to let that run and we'll check in on those shells. I'm going to grab myself a beverage out of the fridge. Um, and I'm on. Okay. Timer is going off for this today. Today's beverage of choice is the Brooklyn Brewery Special Effects Hoppy Amber non-alcoholic uh, beer. Oh, Capio, you are in Europe. You are in the main. Yeah, you're one time zone past London. Don't know which one. Probably Sweden. Um, Calvin's coming upstairs now. Okay. Um, Cal, I'm gonna take these shells out of the oven real quick. First, let me check them. Oh yeah, these are good, and I think I'm gonna hit those with the broiler for a few minutes because the top of them is still a little pale. So I want to hit those with the broiler and just get like a crispy top. So let's give those another, let's say 2 minutes with the broiler because it's got to fire up. Um, cooking class pour joke time. Let's do it, joke. Heck yeah, Shayna. Hello, welcome in. You're right on time, Shayna. Um, so- hey Calvin, it's joke time. Do you want to hear a joke? Uh, Calvin, did you hear about the guy who evaporated?
No.
He's gonna be missed.
How?
Ha ha, got him. Got him. He's gonna be missed. Oh my gosh. What do you call a laughing motorcycle? I don't know if you'll get this because it's not a Yamaha. Ha ha. No,
I don't
Yamaha's a brand of motorcycle, and a Yamaha ha ha would be a laughing motorcycle. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed. We're all embarrassed. Was a term. I, I said you're embarrassed. Like, Cal, I know you're not. I didn't think you were actually embarrassed. He's so genuine. Um, let's give this. I like the first one better. Excellent. All right, almost there. Give that another minute. Another minute. I want the leaves, the edges of the pasta to like crisp. You know what I mean? When you have like, so it's cooked, but I want that like browning on the top. So we're just gonna let this go for a minute or two. In spaghetto. Yikes. He's dancing. We're dancing over here. This is Calvin. For those of you who've not met Calvin, this is my son.
I stream only on mac and cheese now.
He streams on mac and cheese nights, he says. Yeah. Hammer, yeah. That I know that feeling. Oh my gosh. All right. Timer's good. I'm keeping on opening this because I want to I don't know if we're going to get there, guys. Um
What do you mean?
hold on. Hold on. I need to yell for Gwen. Okay. I don't I bet I bet that came through in the closed captioning super clearly. Okay, coming. Good. She heard. Perfect. Okay, so this didn't really get the point that I was looking at that I wanted it to get to, which was to have crispy shells on the outside. But I'd also like to recognize that there aren't many shells sticking up to get crispy. Um, I don't know what's in this package, Cal. Hot, hot. Um, Cappy, I can understand that. I feel like a lot of folks who stream from Europe stream during the daytime. Can you hit the lights? I know some of the folks who stream from Denmark. I know. No, keep them on. Claire, Claire Coffee streams regularly from Europe, but Claire streams during the daytime. Okay, Cal, you can turn that off now. I might ask you to turn it on again. Okay, so stuffed shells. Here we are. Let me get these together. Let me get these into a little bowl here. Perfect. Oh yeah. Okay, they came out good. I mean, like physically, they came out of the pan very well. Little stuffed shell action there. Um, go ahead. Ah, I know what those packages are now. Maybe we could open those right after dinner. Would that work? Um, no, we'll open them now. Okay.
I can't even tell.
All right. Got a couple mushrooms in here. So this, Cal, here's yours. Hot. I see that. Do you want to? We're not going to try that on now, but our Halloween costume has arrived. Maybe the Hulk. Um, yes, that looks like a good one. Gwen, here's yours. Um, okay, let me get a little plate together here. And then we'll do a little show and tell. And Shayna, I will answer your question with directness. With directness. Okay. And then we're gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna funnel some food in my mouth and maybe go to like a PTA meeting. Not a joke. Callie, can you hit that light again, please? Thank you. All right. So, Shayna, what is in the shells? The shells have a bunch of stuff in them. Thank you. You can turn the light off now. Um, let me show you and give you a look at what's happening here. So this is dinner tonight. The lights are going on and off in this room. This is dinner. The shells have a bunch of stuff inside of them. They're mixed with delicata squash and caramelized leeks. They also have parsley and thyme. There's an egg. There's an egg in there, a little extra egg white, some ricotta, some labna cheese, parmesan on top, salt and pepper. And the mushrooms have salt and pepper and olive oil on them. Thanks, y'all. And now let's see if they taste okay. Capio, I would say, and to all of anybody, I would say that it's really, if you can be consistent with it, people will show up. They might not be your friends, but they'll show up. Um, all right. Well, the mushrooms are good. The filling is extremely hot and very tasty. All right. I'm happy with putting the red sauce with this. I was a little skeptical. Mm, golly, that's hot. I was a little skeptical about the red sauce, but I think it worked out. So it's good. This is dinner. And with that, we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna go sit and eat for a few minutes. Calvin says it's really good, especially the mushrooms. Good kid. Let me talk through so a little bit about this week. I'm gonna be doing I think tomorrow night I'm gonna stream, and then Wednesday night I'm gonna do a little bit of prep work. So Wednesday will be a little later, no dinner time Wednesday night, but Wednesday early evening, but maybe a little dinner, maybe a little prep work later in the evening. Let's see who else is online. Oh, I here's someone who I absolutely love their vibe. We're most certainly going to go over there unless no, we are most certainly going to go over here. Okay. I'm going to raid over to one of my uh paid folks to just like chill in their stream. This person's room and board. They're doing sliders with mac and cheese tonight. Looks like they just started, which is amazing. But they are incredibly friendly, super nice human. I'm gonna go sit and eat and then go down and do my thing. So I'm not gonna hang out too much. Um, but I will catch up with y'all this same time tomorrow if you're hanging around. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for hanging out. Um, and oh yeah, if you don't follow, you should do that. If you want to do some other social media stuff, that's where you can find it. Definitely hop on Discord. Um, Liz, thank you, you too. Shayna, Capio, Drunk Cooking for sure. Um, Hammer, thank you for being here. Lemon, thank you for being here. All the folks who are hanging out, Taffy, for hanging out this evening.